Hello everyone and welcome back to the Desire to Learn or D2L tutorial. This time we'll be covering the Dropbox. The Dropbox is where you're going to be turning in a lot of your assignments, your homeworks, projects will also go in there as well. So we're going to start off on the course homepage as always. And if you look in the upper left-hand corner underneath the banner for sample course, you'll see a link to Dropbox. You click on that link, it's a left click. And you'll get a list of all of the assignments in this case. This instructor labeled it as an assignment, but you can also see there's projects, and you can see the projects have attachments as well. So here's the thing. You may not see all of your assignments at once. Your instructor may only release these in certain times, so there only may be one at a time. So don't think you're going to get everything all at once, because that typically does not happen. Now notice the little table that it's in. You have the folder, which is the specific assignment. You see the score, which shows you what your grade would be on it. It shows you the submissions, so how many submissions are you allowed and how many submissions did you submit. It'll show any feedback that your instructor gives, and once there is a due date, you'll see an end date here. Now on the sample course, there is no due dates because we want people to be able to play around with this course for the entire semester, and we like to use it multiple times. So having an end date on there really doesn't serve that purpose very well. However, in your class, you will definitely have a due date. So you'll definitely have a deadline that you have to meet. So to go ahead and see the first assignment, in this case in the Dropbox, you simply will click on the link for assignment number 1. And it'll take a little bit to load, and you'll see there you go. Here is the information for that folder. It'll say assignment 1. It'll give you instructions to complete it, as well as a sample memo. And it gives a comment field. This is for your ability to go ahead and give a little something personal to the instructor. So you could say, you know, I had difficulty on this problem, or you could say I found the memo very difficult to find, or the link didn't work, or different things like that. That's what this comment field is for. It's for you to put comments there so that way you can correspond with your instructor and you can let them know, because in an online class, the instructor cannot see you struggle through the problems that they could in a face-to-face class. So the other thing here is the add the file. So add a file is pretty much what it's done in every other tool. You click on add a file and it will load in the window, and you have your 3 choices: my computer, my locker, and group locker. So typically you'll be going to my computer, which is simply clicking on that, and then you'll be browsing your desktop for where you saved it. Now most instructors will want you to save your files as typically as a Word doc or an Excel file, or if you're in a graphics design course or something like that, the instructor will typically let you know which format they want you to save it as. So once you have saved it in the correct format, you will simply go ahead and you will pick a tool, or pick a document in this case, and you will click open, and it's ready to go. You can either click upload or you can click add. If you click add, it gives you the opportunity to go ahead and add a second document if you had more than one. Most instructors like you to try to combine everything on one document as opposed to having multiple documents. Now, notice the little remove sign here. If you made a mistake, you added a little too much, don't worry about it. You can simply hit upload. It will not upload a blank screen. Or you can go ahead and you can hit remove if you catch yourself early, and you can get rid of it there. Once you're done, click upload. It'll pull the file up. If again you missed it again and you actually got the wrong file, you simply hit the trash can to delete it. And you go ahead and you can type in your comments here. So the comments are just like every other tool that you've seen. You have the spell check, you have your comment area, and when you're done you click submit. In this case we're not going to go ahead and submit anything, so we'll go ahead and click cancel. And it gives you a little warning, you have not submitted your Dropbox, so this is just sort of your computer trying to save you from yourself. So again, I do not want to submit the file because again, this is a sample course for me, so I want to be able to use this again later. If I would have submitted, this little 0 here would have been at 1. And so once the instructor would have graded it, it would show up in the score as well. You could also check your grades in the actual grades file, which is also up underneath the banner. When you click on that, it'll give you a list of all the information and all the test scores that the instructor has assigned to you so far that have a grade assigned to them. So in this case, you can see the 2 quizzes. I have not taken the quizzes yet, so I don't have a grade yet. So again, this is where your scores and stuff for Dropbox would show up in grades as well. You can also simply click on the Dropbox menu and you'll see your scores for each assignment or each quiz or each homework, whatever your instructor will call it. It'll show up here in the Dropbox. I'm going to scroll down a little bit so you can see what a project looks like. A project's going to have the same format as you saw with the assignments. And as this loads, you'll see that here's the information. You see it has a little bit more formatting to it. You saw some of them actually were going ahead and had information on it as far as an attachment that you could go ahead and you could click on. So again, there's the added file, there's the content. So before we wrap things up, one thing to do is there's another way to get access to your Dropbox, and that's through the content tool. The content tool, again, is on the just underneath the banner in the upper left-hand corner. You click on content, and what content does is it breaks things out. So you'll see it weekly. In this case, in Sam, of course, it's by the week, and you can go down through here and you'll see things that would show up into the actual Dropbox. So for instance, the assignment, right here, week 1 assignment, if I click on that, it'll go ahead and it'll jump me straight over to the Dropbox menu to assignment 1. And instead of having to click on something in the Dropbox, you'll notice it'll go ahead and it'll simply just launch me straight into the assignment file. So with that, that is assignments. Thank you very much for listening. Happy learning.